Racing returns to Indianapolis this weekend. You know what I'm talking about. The Indy 500 features the very best drivers from all around the world, and one of those drivers joins us this morning. Kyle Kaiser is here, and he'll be driving in the Indy 500 for the second time. Hey, Kyle, first of all, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I know it's got to be a crazy busy week for you.
Yeah, it's been very busy.
But in the commercial break, I said, are you a little bit less nervous this year than last year? I would imagine first time out there at Indy, that's got to be sort of next level stuff going on in your head.
Yeah, last year was very overwhelming, but this year it wasn't easy getting in. We were the last car to get in, and it was very, very dramatic. But now that we're in the race, I think I'm a lot more relaxed.
That's cool. That's cool. And you've been doing this. You've been racing in some form or fashion since the age of 7. What made you want to stay with it? I mean, everybody's been, I guess, a go-kart when they're young, but you wanted to race them since you were young.
Yeah, it's been a very long journey, and it took many years of practice and just staying with it, like you said.
Yeah.
And, a little bit of luck, but also just perseverance.
Beyond just the kart stuff when you were younger, what else have you raced besides Formula One cars sort of along the way? I mean, obviously, you don't go from go-karts to Formula One,
exactly.
I wouldn't imagine.
Well, they basically have a progressive series called the Road to Indy, where there's a lot of series that are slower than the Indy cars that help you build up. Just like any other sport, like with football, you start in high school, you go to college, you get to the NFL.
Sure.
They have series called USF 2000, Pro Mazda, and then you move up in Indy Lights. I won the championship in that series, and that's what allowed me to move in IndyCar.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, most of us are never going to drive a Formula One car, obviously. What does it feel like to drive a car, first of all, that's built that way, secondly, to drive it that fast?
It's insanely hard to describe, but just imagine the greatest adrenaline rush of your life and multiply that by times 10.
Yeah.
It's insane. The wind, the buffeting, it's a very intense experience.
When you're out there and you're at Indy and it's the biggest event in sport and you have people from all around the world, what's it like? What's the camaraderie of the drivers like, say, before and after the race?
It is a really good camaraderie. It's almost like a family, really, the whole IndyCar community. Actually, just this last week, we had a huge incident on Friday. We weren't sure if we were going to make the race, and the whole paddock came together and helped us get a car together. People were giving parts. Yeah, it was a huge story, really dramatic, but the family aspect of IndyCar racing is like no other.
That's really cool. And this is obviously a guy who likes to have a little fun, because we asked him if he wanted to do something a little different. So we're going to have our own race of sorts in here. You sure you're up for this?
I'm always up for a race.
I don't know if this is proper preparation for the Indy 500 or not, but we're going to have the great chair race of Studio B. I think your helmet might be slightly more, say, regulation than mine.
Safety first, man. I can't, this is going to be intense.
We've got our official starter. Jen Dalton is here. She has been waiting for this moment all of her life. Are you any tips for me as we get ready to start this race?
Go fast.
Go fast. All right, Jen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get to say on your mark?
You do.
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Oh, God.
I feel like, given your experience, that I should have been given the inside track. I feel like my ability to have greater peripheral vision gives me an advantage that I am not taking advantage of.
This is like driving on ice.
Wait. That's because we keep the condition of the floor in Studio B in such great shape. Kyle Kaiser, he is racing in his second Indy 500 this weekend.
Hey.
Appreciate you being such a great sport, man. That's just fantastic.
That was intense.
That was intense. Victory, the great Taco Pillow Trophy.
I'll take it. This is the greatest pillow I've ever had.
Enjoy it. It's got micro beads. All right, have a great race, man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks
coming
so
in.
much.
Really, really appreciate it. We'll be right back.